Dumb Shit by James Thoo. A large and largely taken for granted kitchen in Letty's large and largely taken for granted house. By the window is a sink full of dishes, which are mostly cups or bowls, anything that in a pinch you could have a drink from. In the middle of the room is a wooden table. On it sits a pair of Gucci sunglasses, a set of car keys, and a purse. At it sits Grace, with an ice pack to her head and a cup of tea in hand. Letty floats around her with a martini glass. It's just after 11 a.m.
It might have started with what she said.
Which was?
Dumb shit.
Well, you'll have to be more specific. I find that nowadays most people speak exclusively and...
No. Dumb shit.
What?
That's what this... Lauren was in there, on the ice, just doing her little pirouettes, doing her little whatever.
Okay.
And I guess the teacher wasn't happy with them, and so she yelled at her in front of all those other little kids and their parents and told her how unhappy she was with the pirouettes, how Lauren wasn't raising her right knee at 45 degrees or something. And in this super dismissive, super bitchy tone in front of everyone, she called her a dumb shit. She called her a dumb shit. And that phrase, it
compelled you to
yeah, of course it compelled me to go in there. I wasn't going to let that college dropout call my daughter a dumb shit like that. Are you serious? In front of everyone? Of course it compelled me to do something.
Well, there are any number of things you could have been compelled to do, but you chose to...
Mom, Lauren is 5 years old. What kind of way to talk to a child is that, huh? What kind of, dumb shit. Dumb shit. God, that phrase just for some reason,
What?
Really.
What?
It might have started in the car park, if I'm being,
What do you mean?
before the class, when we were pulling up. It might have started when we were in the car park. We were early, and there was this guy pulling out of a spot in this big whatever. And so I'm waiting for him to come out, and Lauren says something. And so I look to see what she's talking about. And when I turn back around, someone's pulled into my space, the one that I was waiting for.
Okay.
And guess who it is?
Who?
The ice skating teacher.
Did you say something to her?
What could I say? I was in my car and she was already walking into the building. The windows are closed. If I say something, she can't hear me, and I've got Lauren in the car, so I can't exactly, right? I can't exactly yell what I'm thinking.
Right.
But she looked at me.
Lauren?
No, the ice skating bitch. Turned over her shoulder and looked right at me. So she knew. And I give her the, fucking what the fuck, right? Through the window, right? And she just keeps walking, doesn't give a shit, and gives me the oh, sorry, lol, didn't fucking see you, lol, so.
Well, society's gone to shit. People do that now. It's like they can only see the world for their place in it, and everything and everyone else is just background.
It might have started when I pressed the latch. If I really think about it, if I had to, isolate when it really, really started, it might have started when I pressed the latch.
What latch?
To open the door onto the ice. The one that opens the whole, right? Because that was the point of no return. When I yelled at her from the stands, it was sure, but it was salvageable. I hadn't actually done anything to be embarrassed about yet, or committed to anything, not really. But when I stomped down there and over to the rink and opened the door and stepped onto the ice, stepped onto the ice, that was the point where there was no coming back.
Wait. You went out onto the ice?
Yes.
You actually went out onto the ice?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I was compelled, right?
What the hell were you thinking?
I was thinking this parking spot stealing fuckhead of a college fucking dropout just called my 5-year-old daughter a dumb shit in front of all her friends because she didn't like her pirouette.
And so?
And so now, as a result, my fist was about to pirouette into her fucking face.
Jesus.
Only there was a complication.
Thank God. What happened?
Well, I hesitated.
Because you're a 30-year-old woman? And a professional? And you have a child who was there? And yet that suddenly occurred to you?
No, because the ice skating bitch was wearing ice skates.
And
I was not.
what were you wearing?
Kourtney Kardashian red Cinco de Mayo Gucci stilettos.
Okay, so not even close.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
blessing in disguise, in hindsight.
What?
Well, your extremely slutty taste in footwear stopped you from doing something you'd obviously regret.
What do you mean?
Because you had to turn back. You turned back, right?
I said I hesitated. I didn't say I turned back. That bitch had an ass kicking coming. Only, I suddenly had this premonition of what was going to happen, like a broader picture of it all in my head.
Beyond the ass kicking.
Beyond the ass kicking, yes, just the image of me wading out there in my heels, caught on video by one of the other parents and uploaded to YouTube. Some animated GIF I see next week on my Facebook feed of me chasing after this bitch in slow motion, set to some kind of circus-themed cartoon music.
Followed shortly by a lawsuit, great shame, notoriety, headlines, crazy woman punches children's ice skating teacher.
I mean, no.
I think very much yes.
No, I mean, no. That wasn't when it started. Not really. Even though the latch was open, I still wasn't actually on the ice yet. Yeah, it might have started then. With that first, lunge. That first, when I made my first step and my heel went womp backwards instead of forwards. I don't know why that phrase got me so, dumb shit. It's like it was a trigger or something. I need a new ice pack.
Well, you've always been a very emotional person. It was the first thing they told us when we took you in. You cried bloody murder constantly. I probably enabled you. You would scream and I'd come running. Probably should have made you wait once in a while. All the other parents said the Latino kids were the emotional ones. Not in my experience. They just got pregnant, which never bothered me, truth be told.
Yeah, because you get more money for that, so. More martinis.
No. Well, more olives, maybe. So, what did Lauren say?
About?
What happened?
Mom, she watched her mother wade across the ice toward her teacher like an idiot. Her ice skating teacher. Ice skating being the thing that she loves the most in the world, by the way. And then she watched me attempt to punch her teacher in the head and instead slip and fall flat on her back and give herself what is likely a fucking concussion and almost certainly a compromised spinal cord. What could she say?
I mean, she could have said you look like a... What?
She could have said I'd look like a what?
What? That you look like, an idiot, an imbecile, a crazy person, which you obviously must have, skating across an ice rink on high heels to physically assault somebody. I mean, honestly, Grace, it's a miracle.
You were gonna say that I look like a...
What? What?
You gonna make me say it?
What? A dumb shit? What?
That is where it fucking started.
What?
That's where it started.
When?
Then. It didn't start when that ice skating bitch called Lauren a dumb shit. It didn't start out in the car park when she took my spot. It didn't start when I opened the latch or when I stepped out onto the ice and almost ripped my vagina in half. It started when I was 5 and you called me a dumb shit.
When?
When I was a kid.
What are you talking about?
That's what you used to call me. How could I forget that?
Because I didn't do it?
Yes, you did.
When?
All the fucking time.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I did not. I did no such thing. 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 I did absolutely no such thing. I might have done it once, twice, maybe. Oh, you were a difficult child, so emotional. Sometimes you lose your temper with your child. So what?
I don't.
Please. Sometimes you make mistakes.
Nope.
Never.
Never.
Sometimes you say something you don't mean.
Sometimes or all the time?
It wasn't all the time.
It was all the time.
Oh, don't exaggerate.
It was all the fucking time, Mom. Bad grade on a test. Dumb shit. Spilled my dinner. Dumb shit. Broke the lamp in the dining room.
You're
Dumb
telling
shit.
me that you make no mistakes with Lauren at all?
Yep.
None whatsoever.
Nope.
Oh, come on.
It's true. I've learned from your mistakes with me.
What the hell do you call physically assaulting her ice skating teacher in front of her?
I see now that was a childhood fucking mental trauma landmine that you laid in my subconscious 25 years ago that teacher just happened to stand on and detonate today. And B,
mental trauma, please.
And B, I didn't physically assault her.
Yeah, because you slipped on your ass and concussed yourself before you could. Because you're a dumb shit.
I am not a... Stop using that. I mean, what does it even mean?
What?
Dumb shit.
What? Dumb shit. You're a dumb shit. What? I don't know. I mean, I know you don't make mistakes or lose your temper. Are you trying to tell me you don't even call people names either? Who are you? Rosa Park?
Rosa who?
Rosa Park. She was a great woman, right? Unassailable. An angel. One of yours, right?
One of whose?
Koreans.
What?
What?
What possible reason do you have to think she was Korean?
All of you Parks are Korean, right? It's a very popular name out there for some reason. You're a Park, your best friend is a Park. Those guys who own the grocer, that's all.
Wow.
I didn't mean anything by it. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody loses their temper and calls someone a name once in a while. Everybody. So don't make out like you're some kind of modern day Rosa Park.
Okay. It's Rosa Parks. Parks. With an S. And she was black.
A black Korean?
No, not a black Korean.
Why are you making it racial?
I'm not making it. I'm just... Shit. And she definitely called people names. She wasn't a saint or something. She was an activist for freedom of... You know what? Aside from figuring out why I was suddenly triggered beyond fucking belief at the use of that term earlier today, stopping in here was a total mistake, obviously.
Always with the exaggerating.
Trying to talk to you about something that... And please, you know what? Just do me a favor and don't ever talk to my daughter about anything to do with her culture or her heritage or her name, okay? Rosa Park. Parks. Shit.
Oh, calm down.
Seriously, passed out at the wheel, slamming headfirst into a tree, Massive subdural hematoma, 100% preferable to this. Calling me a dumb shit, calling a child. I mean, seriously, how does a person get like that?
Well,
Huh? How does a person get so mean?
well, I guess it started when I took you in.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, probably somewhere around then, when I opened my home to some little Asian kid for no reason. It might have started then.
What for no reason? Money's not a reason?
Hey, there's a lot of stuff that I could do if what I wanted was money that didn't involve wiping poop from a little baby asshole's asshole 6 times a day. Or do you think I enjoy wearing human shit for a shirt? If I wanted to sleep like more than, I don't know, 3 hours a night? I mean, honestly. Although, I guess if we're really being honest, if I can play your game here, it probably really started when your mother realized she was pregnant and that she couldn't take care of you or anything. Or really, I mean, Jesus, who the hell can tell when these things start? When anything starts? It probably congealed sometime between those two things, long before you were given to me, and I called you a dumb shit one time.
All the time.
A few times. It probably started when you realized that the person who was supposed to look after you wasn't going to anymore. That you were on your own, but you weren't, because I was there for you. But you didn't know that at the time.
There for me?
No.
You were there for me?
No.
I mean,
You didn't drive here.
I didn't drive here. What?
You don't own a big fancy car.
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
You think you bought that in spite of me or thanks to me?
I mean,
You think you would have gotten the salary you need to pay for that car, your daughter's ice skating lessons in the first place, without the job you needed to get that salary, without the schooling you needed to apply for that job, without the safe home environment you needed to study for that schooling, without me occasionally expressing my disappointment when you didn't apply yourself. How about we talk about where your ability to provide for another human being might have started?
so now you want me to.
What?
Now you want me to thank you for it.
For what?
You know what.
I'm just engaging in the same thing you were, right? It might have started when it might have started, when it whatever and ever, and so on and so forth. Maybe if I review enough of my personal history, I can find someone to blame for every mistake I ever made.
You're out of your mind if you think that I'm going to thank you for calling me in. Well, I'm not even going to say it. Whether it's due to your abusing me that I made something of myself or not, I still think that I would have rather crashed on my way here than have this conversation, if not for...
Are you going to finish that thought? I said...
I heard what you said.
Okay. And?
What?
Oh, now you're going to make me say it. Okay. Your daughter, Grace, Lauren, well, I guess I'm just wondering where she...
Lauren? I mean, why? I mean, she's...
Where? Because I thought that maybe she might be out in your big fancy car. that you might have forgotten her amid your ranting. But I guess that someone such as yourself, who knows no mistake on this mortal plane, would never leave anyone unattended in a car in the punishing baking sun for this long, for almost 15 minutes. And certainly not a 5-year-old child. Your 5-year-old child.
No,
Might I make a suggestion? Instead of trying to think of a lie as to where she is, and then trying to decide whether it's better to use that lie on me to preserve your pride than it is to just go and save your daughter from your boiling hot microwave of a car, perhaps you should just climb down from your high horse and go get her, you know, before she gets heat stroke. Is it taking so long because of how high your horse is?
Oh, fuck you.
Dumb shit.
Whatever.